Hello and welcome to another Travel Risk Management Health, Safety and Security Advisory Tip. My name's Tony Ridley. I'm Editor-in-Chief at TravelRiskManagementSolutions.com. Stop, go, there is no try. The reality is when it comes to travel, there will invariably be an opportunity or an exposure to delays, frustrations, stopovers, alternate routes, and so on. The decision to travel should be very clear. And very clear in the triggers, very clear in the assessment, and very clear in the final assessment or decision, stop or go. There is no, well, let's just give it a try. There is no experimentation associated. The experimentation, and it's been repeated multiple times, change management and logistics constitutes for 90% of negative incident outcomes, is that change management and logistics is simply unacceptable to have a, well, let's try component. So it should be a case of stop or go. Very clear to the organisation, very clear to the providers, very clear to the individual what the triggers, the criteria and the decision-making process is going to be in order to achieve a managed travel environment. And what that means from a risk management perspective, health, safety, security inclusive, is that there should not be an area for deviation or grey area in which for individuals or the circumstances to experiment. There should be a clearly defined set of criteria, if this then that, in relation to a set of sequences or triggers or guidelines. Then it's simply a default mechanism or it's an escalation conversation mechanism to determine whether it's a go or no go. There shouldn't be a case of where individuals are saying, well, yes, the flights are cancelled in this airline, but you know what, we're going to jump to this airline and we're going to fly even though there is a snowstorm. Or you know what, we've got no accommodation confirmation in this remote location. Our security escort hasn't confirmed the services, but you know what, we're going to go anyway. Or something as routine as the individual has had a broken limb in the last couple of days. They think they're fine to travel. It's important that this trip take place. And also they have a medical condition that is putting duress upon them. It's likely to be exacerbated by this particular travel. But hey, you know what's important? Just go. Again, there should be clear decision-making points, there should be a clear process, there should be clear guidelines to empower the individuals and the managers associated as to what is a go and no-go scenario. This should also be inclusive in your service providers. It should be made clear that unless there is authorisation or approval or the change management criteria has been addressed, then by default, they suspend travel until there is more information or higher approval. This is also a great strategy for circumstances that are new, unique, or dynamic. For example, there might be political unrest, demonstrations, terrorist attacks, whatever the case may be, fires, and all of the information is simply not available. The default setting under those circumstances is most likely to be do not travel until further information is available, until your individual exposure and understanding of the risks associated with this change is made clear and articulated. Then until that's achieved, no go. Not a case of it'll be fine, let's go, pioneering spirit, a sense of adventure, rites of passage, whatever you call it. That's simply not good enough for a travel risk management perspective, and it certainly will not be defensible in the event of a negative outcome and facing a jury of your peers or a regulatory body with that knowledge. So once again, thanks very much for joining us for another Travel Risk Management Health, Safety and Security Advisory. For more information and videos on this subject, please visit the website at www.travelriskmanagementsolutions.com. Thank you and goodbye.
Do you travel for business? Your health and safety is at risk. At Travel Risk Management Solutions, we help you reduce the risk of business travel. Get information and support for your company's social and legal objectives of reducing, managing, or eliminating business travel risks. We provide online business hazard identification information, location-specific business travel information, manager's guides, tools and checklists, training resources, and consulting. We ensure that business leaders and travel managers make informed decisions. Remove fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Ensure your workplace health and safety includes business travel today. Get your tips from www.travelriskmanagementsolutions.com.